All right, Knicks Pistons game one is over. Just wanted to kind of say a couple words. First of all, I'm happy, of course, because the Knicks won for 3 quarters. It didn't look to me like they got the urgency that they should have with this team, because this team is a dangerous team. And as you saw, for 3 quarters, they were more dog than the New York Knicks. Then the Knicks came on in the fourth quarter, had that beautiful run, and won the game. Now, the things that I saw, Jalen Bronson, it's not necessarily that his ankle is bothering him or it's painful. He does um, kind of stumble on it a little bit, but I think it's just weakness. He played a lot of minutes. He wasn't as effective for 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, he had some nice plays. He got free. Schroeder kind of pushed him around a little bit, as I mentioned in the previous video for the 3 quarters. But in the fourth quarter, just Jalen Brunson became Jalen Brunson and did what he was supposed to do. So that was nice. Now, looking at the box score, you got Tobias Harris, who I said in the video before the game, he's going to go off. He's going to go off because he always goes off on the Knicks. He's a Long Island guy, New York guy, and he just wants to show off. So he had 26 points, 25 points, my bad. 22 of those points in the first half and only 3 in the second half. So he didn't do much in the second half, still played almost 40 minutes. Minus 16 for the game. So that's a big minus for the Detroit Pistons, I guess. Jalen Duren, minus 20 for the game. Cade Cunningham had 21 points. Field goal percentage 38% from the field. So the Knicks did a nice job on him. I saw Hard on him a little bit. I saw Anunoby on him. He played good. They played good. They played good defense. They put a lot of pressure on him. He played 39 minutes and didn't really do that much. I mean, he did have 12 assists, so that counts for something. Tim Hardaway Jr., 19 points. He had some big plays through those first 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, he didn't do much, but he still shot 53, almost 54% for the game. The Knicks showed up in the fourth quarter. That's all I could say. I mean, looking at the Knicks, at the Knicks box score, you're looking at Anunoby 23 points, Karl-Anthony Towns 23 points, Jalen Brunson. Even though a lot of the game he didn't look as effective, he still had 34 freaking points. 34 points, 40 minutes, almost 40 and a half. 44% from the field, 40% from three-point range. That's freaking solid, even on an ankle that's bothering you or is weak. What I liked about Jalen, and I like that about him always. At the end of the game, he was being interviewed, and he was asked a question about that ankle. And he was asked, how is that ankle? How you feeling? All that other stuff. All he said was, I feel great. This dude's tough, never complains, never uses injuries as excuses, never does any of that. And that's what it should be. That's a tough guy right there. So I hope he'll stay healthy. The Knicks definitely need to win these 2 games in New York to get that 2-0 lead. And when you're going into Detroit, and Detroit's going to be tough, I see them, if they can win the second game and they'll be up 2, I'll see them losing 1 game in Detroit. And if they can come back to New York for game 5, 3-1, solid series, probably ended in 5 or 6 games. So that's what I would like to see. I was complaining on a chat during the game a little bit, saying that the Knicks, that the great teams have this thing when they come out after the after the halftime in the second half, they usually come out with a little bit more grit, a little bit more aggressiveness, and they shut the other team down. They create a comfortable lead and they keep it. Now, the Knicks weren't able to do that in the third quarter, but in that fourth quarter, that whole run that they had, man, that was impressive. That was it. That's what they need to do. They need to create space. They can't play these games up to, 2-point lead, 3-point lead, or -1, or whatever they might be. They can't be that close because with this team that they have on the Detroit Pistons, there's so many players that can beat you and so many players that can score. If you're that close with the score, you never know. Anything could happen. So I did like the game. I liked the aggressiveness and the urgency in the fourth quarter. I saw people complaining in the chat that, Tibbs is not doing a good job as a coach. He's a crappy coach, all that other stuff. Yeah, I understand you're pissed off during the game, but if the players are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, no matter who's coaching the damn team, it's not going to help. So that's not going to work no matter what who's on that bench. So even if you change the coach, but the players are not as aggressive as they should be, nothing's going to happen. But then they took a timeout. I think Tibbs talked to them a little bit. They picked up that urgency. They picked up the aggressiveness. Their defense got tougher and all that other stuff. And Karl-Anthony Towns was impressive, man. He had 24, yes. He had 23 points. Brunson had 34 points. But Karl-Anthony Towns made some shots and some plays and scored some points in very important moments when the Knicks really needed it. And they needed that kind of a push because they were in a hole. So Karl-Anthony Towns, very timely hoops. He had 11 rebounds, all defensive rebounds, no offensive rebounds for Karl-Anthony Towns. So that's not good. 5 assists, 4 steals. He played solid defense, 2 blocks. He played solid defense this game. He was plus 22 for the game. So that's impressive. Mikal Bridges, minus 16, 8 points. 44% from the field, 4 shots made out of 9. I don't like it. Karl-Anthony Towns field goal percentage, 71%, guys. 71%. Mitchell Robinson, 3 for 3 from field goals. Good enough for me to be happy with him. I was going during the season for the Knicks to trade him because I think he's a liability on offense. So all these 3 field goals that he had, yeah, they're putbacks, dunks. He had that impressive putback dunk after I think Jalen Brunson missed a shot or whatever. But Mitchell Robinson, minus 9 for the game. Miles McBride, plus 9 for the game. Cameron Payne, plus 23. That was a big player. 3 out of 5 in threes. Made some big shots down the stretch. Very, very important shots down the stretch. He played only 14, almost 15 minutes. But those were crazy important minutes, guys. Crazy important minutes, so this was impressive. What else can I say here? Blocks. No, overall, I think the Knicks did what they were supposed to do. They won game 1. They were at home. I want them to win game 2. And I think knowing now how Detroit's approaching them and how tough they could be if the Knicks slack off a little bit, I think you come out with a lot more urgency, get a lead, get on them early, and then just keep that 10, 15-point lead throughout the game and don't let up. So you get a definite 2-0 lead after that first 2 games, and then go comfortably to Detroit and try to steal one over there and come back 3-1. If you can, sweep it. If you can do that, sweep it. That would be great. But I think Detroit's going to pull one out of the hat in Detroit and is going to be able to win that one. So good game. Knicks win game 1. I'm very pleased and satisfied. So let's see what happens in the second one. I'm probably going to watch the Lakers and the Timberwolves as well. So if I see the necessity to talk about that one, I definitely will. I want to see what Luka does, what LeBron James does, what Anthony Edwards does. Should be an interesting game. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.